The series takes place in a post-apocalyptic future. The world has been gripped by a deadly disease, red fever. It causes red blisters all over the body and kills a person within a few weeks. But all this applies only to adults. The virus does not affect children. However, only until the children go through puberty. This virus has another symptom: infertility. Because of this, human civilization is under threat. Our heroine, Anna, is a 13-year-old girl who lives with her 5-year-old brother Aster in the middle of the forest. They eat expired food, which Anna brings from time to time from the city. The area is surrounded by barbed wire, which Aster is not allowed to cross. Anna told him that there are monsters in our world who will want to kill him if he crosses this fence. We are shown how the fever started. Anna's parents are divorced, but the girl prefers to spend time with her father. One day they were playing hide and seek when suddenly her mother Maria bursts in. She wants to take the girl to a country house, since red fever is quickly spreading in the city. The father promises his daughter that he will meet her on the weekend and allows her to leave with her mother. Maria's country house is located in the middle of the forest. There she lives with her boyfriend Damiano and little son Aster. Anna doesn't like any of them, as she believes they were the reason her mother and father divorced. Maria tries to persuade Anna to at least get along with Aster, but nothing works. Meanwhile, the fever turns into a serious epidemic, but since symptoms of the disease have not yet been noticed in their city, Anna and Aster go to school regularly. One day, the teachers were diagnosed with red fever, which caused panic in the school. Parents immediately come to take their children home. Maria receives several calls, but she does not pick up because she is too busy having intimate affairs with Damiano. In the end, only Anna and Aster are left alone without their parents. A teacher named Angel decides to take them home, although she doesn't know their address. Anna tries to tell her, but the house is in the middle of the forest, so they get a little confused. Angel tries to call Maria, but she again does not answer the phone. Getting out of the car, she sees how a certain crazy couple kills the owner of the establishment, and then herself. In the end, Anna and Aster were forced to find their way home alone. Meanwhile, at home, Maria discovers a red spot on Damiano and asks him to leave right away, because if she gets sick, the children will be left completely alone. She looks at her phone and sees several missed messages from Angel. She does not hesitate to go in search of the children and is relieved to get them back, at least now. Anna's father comes to visit her over the weekend, but he is in very bad condition. Maria refuses to let him in because he could infect everyone. Anna sees her father get back into the car and lose consciousness. A few days later, the whole family falls ill with red fever. Maria knows that she has little time left, and the thought that her children will be left alone makes her leave them a note, or rather, instructions so that children can survive in this already crazy world. The first point states, Anna must take care of herself and Aster no matter what. They must help each other and face difficulties together. Already in the present, the matured Anna tells Aster that the trees save them from the outside world, and he will be able to go beyond the fence only after she herself dies. Aster, not understanding what death means, wishes Anna to die as soon as possible. Early in the morning, Anna goes to the city for supplies. In a dark room, she finds a toy for Aster. She goes out to the church where many children are looking for food and supplies. In this world, all the adults have left this world, and now it is ruled by children. They fight, kill, and trade for food. Anna helps several girls get a package of blue cheese from under a heavy stand. They start arguing about who will get the cheese. A guy named Pietro also joins them. He has 2 bottles of juice that he is willing to exchange for cheese. However, Anna fraudulently manages to get half a block of cheese and both bottles of juice. But suddenly, a group of hooligans called the Blue Kids begin their attack. They rob and eliminate people. Thus, they are the most dangerous group in this city. Anna and Pietro flee. The chase continues until they manage to climb the stairs and reach the other side of the library. Let's return to Aster. While his sister went to get supplies, he runs through the forest pretending to be different animals. He notices a jar of olives just outside the fence and tries to pick it up with a stick. He even steps out of the fence a little, but is immediately afraid of the monsters, so he came up with a plan to avoid them. He put on a garbage bag and, covering himself with it, takes out the much-desired can. In the city, Pietro and Anna run away from the Blue Kids and even manage to become friends. Pietro mentions a rumor about how this group has kidnapped several adults who cure red fever with just a kiss. But Anna doesn't believe it. On the way, they notice a dying guy. Pietro wants to help him die painlessly, but Anna thinks that it is useless. A little later, he gives her a ride home. Anna refrains from saying exactly where her house is, but Pietro asks her to come to the beach if she wants to meet him. At home, Aster enters his parents' former room, where the remains of Maria with more jewelry still lie on the bed. Aster takes out Maria's journal and reads the part where she explains what to do if they find packaged food. They must read the label and determine the expiration date. If that doesn't work, then you need to smell the food, and if it smells bad, then cook it. Aster sniffs the jar and realizes that he can eat it. Finally, Anna reaches the house where Aster was impatiently waiting for her. She shows him the supplies she found and tells him how she fought monsters to get them. In the next scene, we are shown how 3 children go through some kind of dungeon where they pull on a chain, at the end of which there is a living adult. But how this man is still alive and why he is being held is unknown. We are then introduced to twin brothers named Mario and Paolo. They have a store where they exchange various items and food. Basically, the brothers sell hair supplements disguised as red fever pills and thus deceive people. One morning, the older twin, Paolo, wakes up with a red spot on his body. Thus, he only has a few weeks to live. The brothers decide to eat all their food and make the next week the best week of their lives. Paolo has his last wish, to try some ice cream. They have all the necessary ingredients, but the problem is, they don't have a refrigerator. Paolo invites Mario to dig a hole in the basement and make a cellar out of it. After he leaves the world, Mario will be able to use the cellar to make ice cream and then sell it to other people. Meanwhile, Aster and Anna are having fun and playing together. Anna has finally truly loved her brother, and the next morning she goes out again to get supplies. But this time, she goes to the beach hoping to meet Pietro, and she finds him in the trailer. They swim together and have a good time. It turns out that they met before the epidemic when Anna dared to kiss him in high school. But let's return to Aster, who is also trying not to get bored and organizes his own party in the forest. He sets fire to various things, which creates thick smoke, and somewhere nearby there are blue kids. And of course, they notice this black smoke and intend to check it. The group comes to the house, and although they do not harm Aster, they take all the supplies in the house. One of them even takes out Maria's skull and makes fun of it. The leader of the group calls Aster to follow him. The boy is surprised that there are other children, because his sister told him that only monsters live in the area. The leader also learns that Aster can read, meaning he could be an asset to the group. After robbing the house, the leader invites Aster to join, and he follows them. However, when he is asked to cross the barbed wire, he refuses, as he is still afraid of monsters. Frightened, Aster runs away, but is quickly found in a tree and asked to get down. The child falls on the other side of the fence, and at first imagines monsters coming towards him. But when he comes to his senses, he realizes that his sister has been lying to him all this time. Having learned the truth, he joins the group. A few hours later, Anna returns home, shocked by the state of the home, and what's much worse is that her younger brother has disappeared somewhere. The blue paint left on the walls lets her know that there were blue kids here. She continues to search for her brother until nightfall in the forest, but falls unconscious from exhaustion. In her dreams, she sees her mother asking her if she is going to look for Aster. And as soon as Anna wakes up, she immediately packs her bag and goes in search of her brother. She meets Pietro and asks how to find the blue kids. He used to live not far from them and found out that they would be somewhere in Bagheria. She goes to the twin store to exchange batteries for a map of the city of Bagheria. Mario accepts her and asks her to prove that she is not infected. She proves this by lifting her top, and he lets her in. The guy says that he caught one person from the Blue Kids group who was in the back room. Anna, intending to find out at least something for her brother, believes him and follows him. However, Mario pushes her onto the sticky floor. The episode ends with her struggling to stand up while Mario laughs at her. We'll see you soon. Bye.